Welcome to another episode of Girl, Is That Legal? Where I break down the trending topics and celebrity gossip and anything else interesting going on in the legal world. So, first of all, I wanted to start off with we are going live on Instagram. There we go. Instagram, what we're doing today is each day I'm going to go live Monday through Thursday, not Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because I'm trying to get a man. But Monday through Thursday, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna be breaking down some of the trending legal topics, right? And today's topics, y'all, I have to get there because I'm about sick of us. By us, I mean those of us who say we want to have generational wealth, those of us who say we want to do better, all of that nice, cute, fun stuff. Those of us, but those of us who every time you get a business, you using your own money. Every time you get a business, you don't want to use your LLC's money or even L. Some of y'all don't even form an LLC. So I'm about sick of y'all. So we're going to start with a few trending topics. We're going to talk about 50 Cent and his development of G Unit Productions in Shreveport, Louisiana. We're also going to talk about, I have Glorilla and her DUI on the list. And I don't know, I might talk about Controller. If you guys drop some questions in the chat, let me know what you got some questions about. But first and foremost, we got to talk about 50 Cent. Look at this. Come here. Y'all look at this. Hold on. Let me share. I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. Oh, no, not that one. Ooh. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so 50 Cent has announced the expansion of G Unit Film and Television through the launch of his G Unit Studios right there in Shreveport. This is super exciting. Me as a Texas girl, Dallas is like 2.5 minutes from Shreveport. But it's really exciting too for me because I was a kid actress. As a child actress, Dallas used to be the city where this Dallas was a city where within Texas, that was where the productions happened, right? So I grew up, I used to be on what do they call this? Rocket Texas Ranger all the time. I used to do Tricks commercials, book it, with Pizza Hut, you read the books, you get free pan pizzas, whatever. I was the kid that was always on TV for Saturday morning cartoons. Anyway, with G Unit Productions, here's what's really exciting. So I had the umpteenth client this week contact my office for a small business consultation, which I do. You can check my bio. And they were telling me, and I was asking them about the levels of debt. Now, I'm asking this because I'm aware of some grants. I'm aware of some companies and corporations that will give you loans and reasonable funding rates for you to fund what your businesses want to grow into, especially if you have a business plan. And this person is like, oh, no, I don't believe in debt. Pardon me. You don't believe in debt? I said, oh, you don't believe in debt? Interesting. Okay, you don't believe in debt. So how much student loans do you have? And they were like, oh. I said, oh, that usually sounds like over 100,000. How much student loans do you have? He's like, I still owe like 110. I said, you owe by 110. Okay. And how much do you have in your kids' college fund? He's like, well, I got about 20. Okay. How many more years till your kids go to college? He's like one of them is 3 years, one of them is 5 years. I was like, oh, then you believe in debt. You believe in debt. Do not come over here talking about you don't believe in debt, as in you don't want your business to have any debt, but you personally got cars on lease, cars on loan, student loans, etc. If there's any area where you need to go into debt, it's for your business. Leave your family out of this, because if your business has debt and the business doesn't work out, you can do a business bankruptcy like our former president, Donald Trump. That's why he got 8 bankruptcies. You cannot have 8 personal bankruptcies. He's actually not lived long enough to have 8 personal bankruptcies, even though he's like 70 some years old, almost 80. For personal bankruptcies, you have to wait a certain amount of time. For business bankruptcies, as many businesses as you have, because once that business is bankrupt, you can go start another. My point here is with 50 Cent's business, the reason why this makes perfect business sense, and feel free to drop your questions in either of the chats. I'm going to be moving between Instagram and YouTube. Remember on YouTube, girl, is that legal? The reason why it makes sense is I'm about to show you. So when you come to a city and you're like, look, I'm about to bring you this business, which is what I do with my clients. We do a business plan for the city councils. You don't just go up there and like knock on the door of the mayor. No, you do a business plan for the city council. Therefore, it's on record. And you say, I'm bringing this business to town. This business is going to bring additional business. So let's say your business was here, 50 cents business, which is I'm bringing a business, which is film production. We are going to bring more business to your city because one, we're going to have actors that are flown in. So that's going to be more people that need hotel rooms. They're going to need rental cars. They're going to need to fly into your city. So that means airlines are going to give you more money because they're going to want to expand the number of routes. That's going to mean if there's more actors and it's a regular show, those actors, they're going to start with the hotel room. Then they're going to want to Airbnb, or they're going to want to rent a place, right? And it continues to grow from there. As a result, here's what 50 Cent was able to obtain. Let me just share that on the screen. Here is the actual lease that 50 Cent signed with the city of Shreveport. And if you look further in, you will see on the bottom of page 1, it says, whereas what they've agreed to is a lease agreement. He has a lease agreement with the city of Shreveport, where for the next 30 years, for all that land that you see in this photo and the other photo, he only pays $2,400 a month. You heard me, $2,400 for the first 30 years, and it can be extended for an additional 15 years. So for the next 45 years, he's effectively paying $2,400. Now, let's just think about rent levels, right? Let's just think about, and this is what it's potentially going to look at like. So all of that land, all that right there, for the next 45 years, because it's 30 years plus 15, he's going to be paying $2,400 for. That's what it looks like as when you have the example of not using your own money, but using a corporation's money to get to your goal, using financing to get to your goal. So anyway, good luck to 50 Cent. I'm super excited for that development. But also, here we go. We're going to switch it up. So I'm going to remove this one down. And here we go. Next up is our girl Glorilla. Bless her little heart. So Glorilla got pulled over. Let's see. Let's share this one. Let's have this one. Glorilla got pulled over for a DUI. Bless her little heart. Here we go. And here's the video. Let's see. Share this one. There we go.
In just a moment, I'll be searching this car. Is there anything that I'm going to find in this car?
I have a gun registered to my name.
So she revealed she has a gun. That's great.
It's okay. You don't have to reach for it. Where is
it? It's in the car.
Where is it?
In the car.
Yes, ma'am. Where at?
It's in
just
my
for
back
my
seat.
safety? Okay.
Yeah, it's in my back seat.
Where is it? Like in a bag or?
No, it's just in the back seat.
Okay.
It's just in the back.
And I'm just gonna ask you a few questions, okay?
Okay.
All right. How much?
So she get. Hold on. Here's the next part.
I'm cool. I ain't not nothing I can go to jail.
That's not what I'm asking you. I just want to know. I mean, I'm gonna find
they keep
it either way.
asking what's
I
drinking.
Like a 2 point something. Do you know who I am?
No, I don't. No, ma'am.
Oh.
You said an opening. An opening where?
No, it's called the club. Called Open.
She was saying where she's been at.
Heard of opium.
So they were asking her where she's been at, right? And they asked her how much she drank. And she was like, she's had drinks, but not too much. Don't ever tell them how much you've drank. You can simply say, I don't answer questions from officers. I follow the law. I don't answer questions from officers. If you have any further questions, you can speak to my attorney. She did very, very good. But let me tell you this. In many states, including Texas, if you do one of the things that she did, which is you refuse the breathalyzer. First of all, that's what you should do every time. Don't you ever, ever, ever in your life take a breathalyzer. Don't you dare. Don't take the breathalyzer. Instead, what you do is you refuse it. Now, I'm going to let you know, in some states like Texas, they automatically suspend your license at certain points. So if it's like New Year's and stuff like that, they'll suspend your license for 6 months if you refuse a breathalyzer. In other states, just by the refusal, they suspend your license for 6 months. It's assumed that you said no because you were drunk, right? Then you take the test and then you can petition to get your license back. But I want to be clear, even if you're actually drunk driving and they suspend your license, you can get something that's called the occupational driver's license. Occupational driver's license. Everybody, even drunks, even drunkiest of the drunks, you can get one. I was opposing counsel. My client was injured by this guy who was a truck driver. He freaking killed somebody with his truck. He got a DUI because he killed somebody while he was drunk. They still gave him an occupational driver's license and he was allowed to drive to and from work. So I say that to say the law allows you to go to and from work, to and from church, even though there's supposed to be church and state. But most states is to and from church and to and from picking your kids up from school and their extracurriculars. So you don't have no excuse for driving drunk. You just have to apply for that. And then once the court grants you that type of license, you actually can submit that to an insurance company. And there are insurance companies in Texas. It's called a SR22. And there are insurance companies that will give you insurance for that. But that insurance only covers you if you get in an accident while you're going to or from work, to or from church, or to or from picking up your kid. Fun fact. All right. And then lastly, yeah, we got Glorilla. We got Glorilla and her issues. Oh, and we got Kentrell. Kentrell is going back to jail. Kentrell is, let's say, is Floyd Mayweather's not son-in-law, because I don't believe just because you have a baby with somebody, you are required to be family. But his not son-in-law, no count, grandson's father. So baby daddy, grandson's father, whatever. He going to jail. He going to jail for real, y'all, because he had an original case in Texas. And that original Texas case, he's been out on bail. And what he was able to get the court to agree to is to allow him to go up to Utah, because they said in Utah, he's got a mentor up there. He's got a place to stay that'll be away from the elements, that he has an addiction issue, blah, 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 blah. All of this stuff where Utah will be better. And what does he do in Utah? Well, today's charges say that in Utah, he's up there running a drug ring. Okay. Well, the good news is he's a leader, not a follower. So there's that. But the bad news is he's leading a drug ring of promethazine, codeine, and whatever else you mix together, playing Breaking Bad to make, the drugs of the century. So there is that as well. So he's going to be going to jail for that. And, a few weeks ago, Floyd had a post, I think it might have been in January, where Floyd had like $100,000 in cash in some duffel bags and was talking about he was going to be driving it to Kentrell's house. Floyd, I hope that money never made it there, because we wouldn't want you to be seen as accomplice. Because understanding fathers as I do, I'm pretty sure that your goal was to pay him to get the hell out of your daughter's life. Leave her alone, right? Because your daughter seems to be fiending to be victimized by that idiot. And we both know, he's 24 years old, right? So these are not children. These are grown, stupid adults. But I can understand any father who is wanting his daughter to distance herself from an idiot. And this just further proves why that would be a good idea. So I don't know, maybe you could put him through rehab. So statistics show, and of course I know, statistics show you need to go to rehab 7 times before it sticks. So instead of that $100,000 into his pocket, maybe you should just put it to the side, put it into a trust where it's like a fund where he can just go and get help. Or also so that he could go, I don't even know, because I wouldn't say go away. We want him to, I know, put the money to the side so it could be used for his rehab or for his snip. Give him a vasectomy. He needs a vasectomy. Here's why. He has 11 children. He's 24 years old. Like, when this man is over and done, he could easily be pumping out like 30, 40 kids who are going to have a wayward father to like make it nice. So let's just get rid of his sperm. That would be one option. But you can entirely condition it upon his getting a vasectomy, because that way you don't have to worry about your daughter having any more children with this fool. But just keep in mind, it's an illegal contract, so it won't be held up in court. So, you might want to like punch him into the appointment, like go with him, and then like, he takes the money and be like, "You don't do this, I'm gonna beat you up," or something off the record. That's the best I got. All right, guys. See y'all on Monday. We were talking about NBA YoungBoy. Yes. So roll it back to the beginning. Hit the like and subscribe button. Also, share this with your friends and family. Share it on Facebook. Share it wherever. But this is, girl, is that legal? The last story was about NBA YoungBoy. The first one was about how 50 Cent was able to get all of that land in Shreveport for only $2,400 a month, which is literally cheaper than a Dallas 2-bedroom in downtown, and as well as many other cities. And then the middle story was Glorilla, her titties, and her DUI, and why you never want to admit smoking or drinking when you get one. Thanks for tuning in. I'll be back on Monday. I'm here Monday through Thursday on Girl, Is That Legal? Make sure you hit the both subscribe as well as the notification buttons so that you get notifications all the time.